Hello everyone, welcome back to the Little River Railroad. Time for a bit of an update. I hope you guys are all doing well, wherever you are in the world. I've managed to get a bit of progress done on my layout. I've managed to get my reversing loop in, and I've almost completely joined up one side of the peninsula to the wall. I've got all the roadbed laid down, I just haven't got all the track done. But yeah, I'm going to flip the camera around now and I'll show you what's been happening. A decent amount of progress. All right, hold on. Okay, so the main yard, you all remember that? I'm not going to go over that, but as you can see, I have a loop in, going around the back there, down the wall, and I have a track coming up there and then up onto the peninsula, and here we have it, trains on the peninsula. So I'm going to see if this little fella will come down the hill for me. Let's see, here they come. I tell you what, it feels good, guys, to be able to run some trains again. So the peninsula's hooked up to the bus, so that's all starting to work. I've been doing a lot of work underneath the main yard, getting all the feeder wires hooked back up to the main bus, and I hate wiring. I don't know about you guys, but it's probably my least favorite part of making a layout, but it's a necessary evil, I guess. So, and that's a little Walthers SD40 on the front there. So he's a little bit noisier than the two SD70s behind, which are Fox Valley models. So, coming down the yard here, running quite well. I'm not running any prototypical speeds, but mind you, Craig McGarry is probably happy that they're running a bit faster. And at the end here, you see I have my insulated joiners, and they'll come through here on cue into the reversing loop. Not a problem. Into the super elevation on that far corner. Down there. I'm going to come back down here. Sorry about my shoddy camera work. And you'll see I've got my insulated joiners down there. And here comes the loco. So we're still in the loop now, so my reversing loop is quite long, so I should be able to fit a whole train into it if I really wanted to. And then straight back out again. How good is that? I must say, the auto reversal, the AR1 that Digitrax made, is an absolute godsend. It's just made that reversing loop so simple. Really, it's just, yeah, it's been great. So I'll let this guy run around back out into the yard. And yeah, so my wiring, the AR1, I've just got it down underneath the bottom there. So that's the feeder for the reverse loop, and that's the main bus there. And then you'll see I've just I've neatened up a lot of my wire. Well, that for me is neat wiring, guys. Oh, what's happened there? No, we're all good. So I'm very excited to have train running again. So I'm just gonna stop him now. All right, so onto a bit more of the technical side of things. Well, not the technical side, the scenery side of things. So you see I've got this big bit of extruded foam here. So I'm going to make a scene on there, some scenic stuff like I've done on other parts of the old layout. Currently it's actually removable because I haven't glued it down. But you'll see I tried using the extruded foam for the sub road bed on the peninsula. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but you know what? I'm going to take it out and I'm just going to replace it with spline maybe, or plywood. I'm not 100% sure. It all works, but just don't know how secure and durable that's going to be. If you think I'm being a bit of a drama queen, feel free to comment. So I'm just going to put that back on there. Yeah, so now when the trains come out of the yard area, they'll actually go out of view momentarily and then up on to the peninsula. Now, this area here, as you can see, I do a lot of soldering. It's essentially my workbench, and I was originally going to, once the layout was in, cut that away. Well, what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make up another one of these sheets with the extruded foam, the thinner stuff, with a little bit of a framework, and I'm going to have that as a scenery area on here, but is removable, so when I want to do things like soldering or tinkering with stuff, I can still do it on here. So yeah, what else has happened? Not much else has happened on the layout. Once again, sorry for my shoddy camera work, but yeah, it just feels good to be able to get trains running again. And I was having headaches thinking about that whole auto reversing section, but thanks to that awesome Digitrax AR1, it was actually just an absolute piece of cake. So if we do go down this side, I've connected up bus wires onto the other old part of the layout, but I've still got to make all the framework for down in there. So yeah, I'm going to flip the camera around again, guys. So that's it, just a quick layout with some horrible camera work. I hope everyone's doing okay. I feel very lucky to live where I do in Australia with all the whole pandemic going on around the world. We're doing all right down here, but wherever you guys are in the world, I hope you're looking after yourself. And yeah, stay tuned. Oh, another thing too, I was thinking, this has always been called the Little River Railroad. Well, we have another little dog now, a little dog called Ness. She is another Kelpie, and Ness and River, the original Kelpie, they love hooting around together and playing together. So I was thinking of maybe changing the layouts to the Little River and Ness Railroad, or I could make it a little bit more the LR and N Railroad, which sounds a bit more like a a normal railroad, but we'll know what it stands for. Just a thought, maybe I'm just being silly, who's to know. All right guys, thanks for watching, we'll catch up again.